Welcome to the Mulligan Menace. We've got a fun one. It is Unholy Smaug. Some of my favorite cards here. Unholy Annex. Always love playing some demons with this. We do have the core demon combo, or core Annex demon combo there. But we got the added benefit of having just a ton of dragons that allow for sweeping. Obviously, the man of the hour, Smaug the Magnificent, forecasting cost, flying haste. Whenever the Smaug attacks, he deals damage equal to the number of treasures you control to any target at the beginning of your upkeep. Create a treasure token. And then to work with that, we also have the Decadent Dragon. It has flying trample, and whenever this creature attacks, create a treasure token. So that's kind of your treasure token strategies. That's all we're doing in the deck for those two, for creating treasure tokens. Otherwise, we have sweepers and removal and other fun stuff. But remember, expensive taste on here as well. That card is awesome because you have a core that can get any colored mana. So if you grab stuff out of their deck, you can play it. Plus, it's a really nice mana ramp, too, to be able to, I shouldn't say ramp, but you're able to get mana out of their deck. So even if you don't have mana to drop out of your hand, there's a good chance you'll grab one out of their deck that you're able to play, which is fantastic. A lot of removal. We had the Caustic Exhale, 2 of those. Dragonstorm, 2 of those. This thing is great because, man, almost everything is a dragon, it feels like. Core counts as a dragon, so it'll bounce this back in your hand. So if you do a turn 2, turn 3, you'll be able to bounce this right back to your hand. Regent, the Decadent, Desolation, and the Predator, all dragons, all cause that to bounce, which is really nice. Core obviously works good for the core Annex. It also allows you to attack for a 4/4, which is kind of an important thing. We'll show you with a couple cards later on. But it's a changeling, counts as a dragon, counts as a demon. Ancient Vendetta. This card is surprisingly good right now. You're able to pick apart your opponent's deck pretty good with this. As long as you're comfortable with things in the meta, you can really hit them pretty hard with this. I think I have about an 80% rate for the first Vendetta at least, without really knowing what's in their deck, that I can pick them apart pretty good. Once you see their hand, though, which we have a couple cards that allow you to do that, like the end, you could usually know what they're playing, look up a list, and then search it out with the Vendetta, whatever you need to. Scavenger Regent, really good sweeper. Each non-dragon creature, so you got to remember that, because if your opponent has a dragon, it doesn't work against that creature. But the nice thing is, you're loaded with dragons. You have nothing but dragons. This doesn't hurt your creatures, but you sweep the board otherwise, which is awesome. The end is a fantastic removal spell. We are seeing a lot of indestructible stuff jumping around, and even slashers. Just a pain in the butt. Anything that is an issue for you to get rid of, the end can take care of, which is really kind of nice. Decadent Dragon, we were talking about Desolation of Smaug. This is a sweeper. We have 3 of these in here. The nice thing about this, for 4 mana, you sweep the board and you can cast any dragon that's in your hand, including the core. Remember, the core can be cast off of Desolation of Smaug. Smaug, man of the hour, we talked about him. And then we also got a Predator here. This is kind of neat because you can sacrifice another creature, and this gains indestructible in the end of turn. Whenever it gets tapped, it gets +1/+1. So first time you attack in, it's going to be a 4/4. The big thing is it's a 4 mana dragon. It triggers Dragonstorm. Just as a nice one to attack with. Cosmic Cube. This is what we wanted to talk about before, about having a 4/4 that you can even attack in with the core. And whenever you attack, look at the top 6 cards of your library. You may cast a spell among them with mana value less than or equal to the greatest power among attacking creatures you control without paying its mana cost. So every creature that you have, because this is going to get a +1/+1 counter when you attack in, every creature you have is going to be a 4/4, or I should say 4 power, which means you're going to look at the top 6 cards of your deck and you'll be able to pull another creature out of it, which is huge. So this is really neat. And the cool thing is you could have this in play, and then you have a hasty Smaug, which will trigger this, or you can have Smaug in play, drop this, and trigger it. A lot of different ways you can do with that. Also works well with the demon. The demon can drop and attack in, and the cube gets triggered. So easy way to get additional creatures into play, as well as Virtue of Persistence. If you can get this down, it's pretty easy to get to 7 mana. You're going to see in a couple games that I'm able to do that with the Virtue of Persistence, and ultimately win the game that way. I actually won a really tricky game. I think it might have been the first game. I pulled a Hydra out of their graveyard, pumped it up by dropping lands, and I ended up attacking him with a 32 power creature to kill him. It's pretty crazy what you could do with this card. Mention the Annex. Otherwise, lands were kind of all over the place. Some life gain to help stay alive. We do have the Spirit Dragon as well. This helps you search your library for a dragon card. You reveal it and put it in your hand. If you happen to have 9 mana, you can do this and cast Smaug and attack in right away with it. So that's a good thing to have. But man, what a fun deck. This is an MTG DVD deck, so shout out to him for creating it. Really love playing his builds. But tell me, how would you change this? What would you play instead? Kind of curious if somebody would replace the Vendetta with anything else, or even Cosmic Cube, or what your experiences are with Cosmic Cube. Hit it in the comments. All right, if you could like the video, subscribe to the channel, and let's get into the gameplay. All right, let's keep this one. We got a little bit of ramp, we got sweeps, removal, got the Vendetta. Let's get our... Keep that just because we have a Caustic Exhale. I think we'll just hold it. So Ouroboros probably the good target for the Vendetta. I'll hold this until we can get the Corroding, I think. Unless there's something fantastic we absolutely have to do. Or have to get rid of next turn. They unfortunately are going to have Ouroboros available before we can get to 4 mana. Ooh, maybe not. Virtue would actually be kind of interesting here. Let's get the core down, get a ramp going. We still have Exhale available. Okay. Well, we're gonna Vendetta next turn, and then we can keep Exhale again. Ouroboros. Ooh, Hydra, Luxa. Luxa's kind of gonna be a pain in the butt. But they do have 4 of them. Yep. Get that out. I'm gonna behold a dragon. Actually, we'll do the core that's in play. I don't know what we're gonna do for this though. Let's double ramp. And let's just do this because I think we're going to just cast this next turn. We are kind of just giving them Sab. I guess we didn't because of the... Because we minused it, so we didn't actually... They didn't get any treasure tokens. That's actually kind of funny. Let's cast this. We get that they're going to have Sab. Dragonstorm going. Well, we got an indestructible as well. We have to sacrifice to do it. I don't think these are the ones we want. This does have reach, but it has to tap. I don't want to do this to get rid of this so we can call it back. We'll block it, I think, if he attacks in with it. Because we get it back then. And it'll be a nice blocker for us. We'll block it with the core, obviously. Okay, they got the core. Elf. We have to find something. We have 3 of the ends in the deck that we can get rid of it with. Interesting. Alright. Does have trample though. Man. I think we actually do this. This does have trample. This doesn't have lifelink. Get the draw. You can even block. I guess it can't block or attack unless it has even, so he'll be able to attack now for 8. Could just block with a 4/4 to stop 4 from coming in. What do we get back? Simulacrum? We should just grab a Predator, maybe. $10-10. That's 18 damage. Alright, well, we're going to have to crank one of these up. It does have trample and haste. This has trample as well. Doesn't really matter where we block here. Get another land. $32 trample. I think we got it. While we're at it, we might as well go for Smaug as well. Block. And you still take 22, 24. GG. Opponent goes first. We'll keep this. We have removal. Exhale at the end. We also got a sweeper. We got ramp. We can grab cards from their deck. And we can play them because we got the core. Let's do it. Hopefully we can find some land maybe with it. Well, we'll keep that on top. It's good removal. Especially against green. We'll probably use this right away. Guess we can go next turn with it, too. The end might come in handy against this deck. Alright, so we can hold up Caustic now. We can also do Decadent Dragon to help find some lands. What are they doing? They're probably going to get that enchantment to create creatures, which we can end. Hydra. Ooh. Let's just do this right now. Jeez, we get another one. Okay. Just to get lands, let's do this. Well, we found them. Let's do this. We'll sacrifice. We'll find black. We can start getting our dragons down now. I still... Okay, not sure why they didn't cast their creatures, but we can end that. They're probably saving for... Okay, no clue why they didn't. They got the sapling nurseries. Maybe that's what they're saving it for. I think we can't end the sapling nurseries, unfortunately. But we can target the saplings. Alright, we just gotta get our creatures down and start attacking in, it sounds like. Yep. They can get a druid down if they wanted to. You know what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We might just do our virtue, which is going to allow us to start getting stuff back. Yeah. I think we actually do the nursery here. Nursery? Sapling nursery? I think those are the biggest, because we can't really do a whole lot with that otherwise. And then we can Might as well get this, because we're going to cast that next turn, I think. Play land. We're in pretty good shape here. We'll get Hydra down, I think. Could have saved that. We're going to save this for a more threatening creature. It's going to get Might Form down, though. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7. That gives us only 3 available. We might want to do this for Might Form, but he has ways to protect that. He doesn't have a lot of land that he could drop. Let's just get this out. Maybe we should have kept that land in hand. We're going to end up sweeping next turn, I think. Which makes this a little awkward. So he's 8 mana available. We don't have any creatures available for him to kill, but he can drop that. Now he has 2 cards we don't know about. Okay, Elf is fine. We're only taking 4. We're in very good shape here. We're going to do Springleaf because we're actually going to... Okay, we can sacrifice the land. Let's sacrifice that one. Blood Crypt. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold on here. We gotta do it for way more than that here. So they can make one of these 6. We gotta do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's hope it works. Oop. Let's do that. Come on. 6. Full sweep here would be pretty great. He couldn't protect anything with a double snakeskin. We'll be able to get Harmonizer down. Oh, never mind. Well, I guess we're off to the races then. Crazy how controlly this deck can get. Alright, they're gonna make a... We can get rid of the rest of the force in their deck. I'm not sure if that matters that much. Oh, they're gonna kill a creature? We don't want them to draw that cards, though. That's the only issue. It's interesting they killed the other guy. Let's fire this up. Target. We'll drop the Predator. Land out. Harmonizer. I'm glad we have a blocker. Okay. Well, we can exile it. Pass, no block. They're getting in. My turn. I think we could just use this. So, first things first, let's do this. Okay, they don't have any in hand, so we'll just do... Are they completely out of them? They don't have a whole lot more going on here. Okay. One, two, three. We can draw a card this way. We'll discard this one. Okay, we'll just hold on to that one. We're down to 5. Actually, let's drop the land just in case we have to fire up the core. Alright, GG. Alright, we go first here. This is going to be good. And then we got a Vendetta. We also got... So we got a turn 2, a turn 3, and a turn 4 play. Let's keep it. We'll kind of hide that we have red yet. It's interesting. We've been seeing a lot of red decks that don't play something on turn 1. Ooh, cube's not bad. Cube! Cosmic Cube. And now I kind of want to do core. Really want to try Cosmic Cube, so let's keep that one on top. We'll actually get the land, I think. One, two, three, 4. Yeah. We might not have needed to grab the land, to be honest with you, because we could have expensive haste. No, we killed it, so that's fine. We definitely needed it. At least to bounce back to our hand. Let's do this. Well, that feels very good. Okay. So we need to get a creature down. So I think we're going to get Decadent Dragon down, and then hopefully we'll have land to get Cosmic Cube down. Because if we can follow that up with this, we'll be in pretty good shape. That might die. We did not find land, unfortunately. So let's go with what card could blow us out right now? Capstone? Capstone could blow us out. Terror of the Peaks. Onslaught. Okay. I don't think they have Capstone. We got a lot of different things going on, though. Overlords. So maybe we go after the Desert Wereworm. Get the treasure token, which means we can attack in. Hopefully with a lot more stuff. We do have the end. They want to... Man, they could drop a Terror of the Peaks. Which I think we just have to the end if they do. What does this do? Reveal the top 13 cards of your library, put a random creature card. Okay, that seems like it'd be very good. So they can go 20 or 39 cards. Okay. Just do a resolve all, I guess. We need a sweep, but we don't even have enough mana for a sweep. I guess we got this. Well, that was their last one. Well, we got a little lucky. Ancient Vendetta. Well, if they happen to have another one of their devastating onslaughts, we're not in very good shape. That's a lot of damage coming in. I could just do 4 to this. I guess we gotta kill that though. This doesn't even kill everything. Man. Return it to the battlefield. I think we almost have to win that one. I got another barrel. We need 6 mana, essentially. We can do 4 this. We get 1 untapped land. We can do both. Desolation of Smaug, Exhale, and Burst Lightning. It's a barrel in his hand. So we're going to take 9 here. We have such a good hand, we just don't have enough land. That's good for them. That pings us. Alright. We need a land. That's basically our only answer here. Untapped land. Oh, man. Alright, opponent goes first. We'll keep this. We have quite a bit of removal, which is good. We're going to have to be pretty aggressive, I think. Man. I guess we'll do the tap land. Because we can Virtue, then we can Core and Exile. Exhale? Okay. Yeah. Let's do this into Virtue. That's tapped. We're going to have to do that. We'll kill that. Well, we'll leave up Exit. And that's why we're going to leave up Exhale. Behold the Dragon. Okay. I don't think we need that, though. We could do this. We can gain a life. We get Smaug out and start attacking in. They managed to kill it. We do have another one. We're getting up there for Virtue, too, which is nice. That's a little unfortunate, because they get 3 triggers here. Ooh. We could do 4. And that's non-dragon. We want to do 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's the board. We're in pretty good shape here. Alright, GG. Alright, we go first. We do have Desolation of Smaug, as well as Unholy. Let's keep it. We do have 3 land. Not a whole lot going on here. I guess you can count this as removal. We gotta hold this up for red for Desolation, though. Unless we absolutely have to. That down. Okay, they're doing Smaug plan too, because they got the treasure token creator here. She's probably just gonna create a token. Which means there's a good chance we're gonna see a Smaug next turn. So these things are going to be kind of useless beyond. Okay. Well, I guess that'll work out good if we can actually get that thing down. Do that. Take this down for the card draw. Try to race them that way. 4 is decent. I think we do have to do a Desolation. Hopefully we draw a... I mean, we're actually glad to have the treasure. Hopefully we draw a dragon. A Hellkite. Alright, they're going to get some damage in here. 7 damage. Down to 9. I think no matter what, we got to do Desolation. It's unfortunate that that's kind of how it goes, but... we can get core down at least. Because this counts as a dragon. And then I guess we have Exhale available. So things are looking up a little. Ooh, that's pretty good. We're gaining life. If they drop their Smaug, we can use that. Otherwise, they could Hellkite if they have another land. See what they do. I don't mind them filling their board with these guys again, too, if they have something like that in their hand. Oh, there's their Smaug. There's our target for them. We could just Exhale here. Let's do that. We'll Behold the Dragon. We don't want to lose the life as much as we would like to cast that. Maybe we just do for the 6/6. Or we could go draw. Let's do core into Annex. This gives us a little more options for future turns as well. Plus we're getting the 4 life, 4 damage. That's really good. All right. So now we can do a bunch of different things here. Okay. Well, we're going to Smaug next turn. Desolation of Smaug, that is. But I think what we do first is this. We'll send it on an adventure. Scoundrel. Okay, well, let's play their land. We're going to Desolation of Smaug. Gastar, Decadent Dragon, and get this out. We can start doing some damage as well. Do we just want to give it +1? I just want to do that. Maybe we should have put it on there. That way we could have got through this. We have the end to trigger for that, so maybe we'll trick them. Okay, that's fine. So we still got damage into them. We'll get the 4 damage from the Unholy. Virtue's pretty good too. That can get us Smaug from their yard. But I think we're gonna the end there. Oh, that's fine. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh god, we can do it all, can't we? Alright, GG. Alright, we go first. Let's keep this. We got a lot of fun stuff going on here. Nothing before turn 3, unfortunately, so hopefully we draw into that. Gain a little life. Vendetta and the end. Man, a lot of these decks here. Enter. Yeah, let's... Should have probably played this one. Sarkin. So they're playing a Smaug deck as well. So it's either the Vendetta or the end that I think we're going to have to play next turn. Let's do this. Virtue. Killing Sarkin. And then next turn, we're going to either do this or this and get rid of their Smaug. Smaug the Magnificent. Let's hope they don't have it. I guess we can go after their Desert Werewolf. That might be the play. There's our Smaug. They can do too many tricks with this. Two Seers. Jeez. Alright. Well, I guess they're going to get the Hellkite down, and then we can probably VN the Hellkite? Or do we just go to the Dragon, right? Yeah, we can't Regent it. We need to get a little higher for that, don't we? Well, actually, hold on here. We could do 4. We need land. This is a bit of a bummer. I guess we got to do that. We don't want to take the additional damage. They are kind of a pain. So he has 4 Smaugs. Tennock. And then these guys. That's basically all we're worried about. Okay. We need to start gaining some life. That'd be nice. Getting this in play would be nice as well, because then we don't mind the Sears as much. I think we go for the draw, though, next turn. Well, I think that works, too. Did just find land, unfortunately. 3, 4, 5. We'll have 6 mana available next turn. I think we can cast Ritual Chamber, forcing him to use his 2 Seers. I think that's a good game plan. It's kind of like a 2 for, well, it's 2 for and a half. Half a card, basically. Come on. And then we'll almost be up to where we need. I'm not too worried about this going to the graveyard because of Virtue, but I'd rather have him 2 for the Ritual. And then we have other things available to us. Guess we'd like to see a core as well. What are you choosing to do here, you young Avenger? I think we thwarted his plans so far. The fact that we were able to get rid of all their desert werewolves and then the Nova Hellkites, that's pretty strong. Alright, let's go with his land. Let's get down the Ritual Chamber. And then we also have the Caustic Exhale if we absolutely need to. Yep, they're going to double Seer. So we can even do Dragonstorm into like a Smaug. Yep, they double Seared. Okay, what do you got? Sarkin? We will behold the dragon. Actually, hold on. We're going to let this pass first. They only have 1 card in hand. It's not a dragon, I don't think. My turn. Hold the dragon. We'll show them the Smaug, because that's coming down next turn. I don't think we need land right now. We got Blood Crypt 2 coming down. Yep, GG. Alright, we go first. We have 2 lands. That doesn't seem very good. Let's mulligan it. Alright, 3 lands. Unholy Annex. We can keep this. Smaug. We'll keep that around. I think we'll toss the Predator. Keep. Predator's going away. We'll do that. Question is, which one do we do? I guess it all depends on what they got. They have black mana. They're going to make us discard. Let's discard the Desolation. Ooh. Well, maybe we get our card draw going if it's another discard spell. At this point, I just want to go after their deck. We can get Smaug out next turn if we need to. We want to see what they're cooking with. Jeez, a lot of land. Well, at least we got our lands covered for the next couple turns. We'll keep the ones in hand, I think, that we draw. Just because we know they have discard. Duress, okay. Well, we're going to drop our Unholy Annex next turn. I think that's going to be important. Just because we see all this discard. The best counter for discard is draw. And we'll hold on to the caves just in case we need to discard a card. If we can, we'll get Smaug down. I have a feeling he'll kill it, but... Ooh, Slasher. Let's unlock this. Hopefully they don't have a Hex. Alright, core's decent. We'll block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We don't have enough mana to do core and dragon. We'd like to find a Desolation of Smaug. Well, that was really good. Yep. Well, there's our answer. So we can do core into the end. We get to see their hand too, which is probably important. Had another one in hand and a Bloodletter. Annex. Oh. Okay. Well, we got to be weary of these. And he has nowhere to run. This combination is actually pretty good because Bloodletter can block this because they got the nowhere to run that they can flash in and give this, make it a 0-1 basically. Or a 1-1, I should say. And the Annex can block it. We're not finding what we need here. At least we're drawing. Oh, they Ritual Chambered? Okay. Yeah, like, this is not good. 4-4. I mean, they can just know where to run this. But we really have nothing else we can do here. He really kind of wants to turn this on, but he really can't. And nowhere to run, and then turn this on. Otherwise, he can drop the Bloodletter. And we're forced to block if he drops the Bloodletter. Not really forced, but pretty close to it. Let's do a no block here. I'd rather almost... Gains 2, we lose 2. Not great. We could do another Annex. I mean, this is probably the best we could do for now. And gain life. And hope they don't have removal. We'll see what we can do here. Problem with the Vendetta is they have so much stuff that can just get us. Well, they found a Feed the Swarm. GG. All right. Those of you that don't know what happened that last game, basically what happened is that the damage from Feed the Swarm, it's the mana total. And the mana total for that one, because of the 2 rooms, are added together, which means it's 8 damage that they took when they killed that spell, or killed that enchantment. So they made the wrong decision there, let's put it that way. We go first here, 4 lands, Vendetta, the end. Crazy hand here, not great. Let's mulligan this. This feels better. Keep it. Let's do this. I could really regret this, but we'll see. Dragonstorm next turn. Well, we got 4 mana already, which is good. I think we'll just try to find some more stuff. Annex is going to come down next turn, so we're going to draw extra, and we'll probably have the land. Well, there it is. Let's do this. We'll go into Annex, which is nice to get that down because of the... Might be a dirty Jeskai we're playing here. Core's pretty good. Okay, they get lost that. Maybe we'll just start attacking in here. Let's do that. Because we can get the... We can get the Cosmic Cube down. I really want to see this. We haven't got to play with this yet. Come on, dude, like a draw. It. There's another Smaug. We'll pay 2 because we want to pump it. Maybe it can stop it from dying to a Helix. I'll get another land, I guess. Down to 13. Inevitable defeat. Let's get this down, and then we'll draw it again. Well, Smaug's good. That's good. Tap land. We got a lot of land here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But they're in there. Oh, they got a Rupture. Toss that. We'll do this. See if they counter that. They pitched the Rupture, though, which is interesting. So they must have another one, is my guess. They don't know we have a Smaug, which is good. Okay, they did have a second one. Question is, do they have the win con? All right, we get to finally use this thing. We're gonna pump this thing up. Oh, mistakes were made. We could have put this up. Attacked in. Well, I guess we're gonna do this now, right? Yeah, we'll grab that. So we know we're gonna at least hit one. I'm actually kind of interested in doing this. See what they got cooking. If only we had it untapped or didn't put a land. We could have countered that. Day Judgment was really good for them. Good thing we didn't play a creature, huh? We'll do blue. Pay 2 life. Dragonstorm. Pitch those. That. Fire this up. And attack him. Alright, GG. Alright, what a blast to play. Dragonstorm really was a champ in this deck, obviously, with all the dragons plus the core. Able to do a lot of damage, gain a lot of life, doing a lot of surveilling. I wish we were able to do cube more. It wasn't until the last game that we were able to actually utilize it a little bit. But man, that'd be a fun one to get down, especially if you have the hasty Smaug. But man, Virtue of Persistence is a champ. Unholy Annex is awesome. This deck was just a blast to play. I really did enjoy it. Having the sweepers, you essentially have 8 sweepers with the Regent and the Desolation of Smaug is really nice, as well as the end is huge because we're seeing a lot of those indestructible creatures, a lot of those pesky slashers, things like that are kind of a big deal right now. And man, if you're used to the meta and what other people are playing, Vendetta can be huge just to pick apart your opponent's deck. Great removal with the Exhale as well. So man, really enjoyed this deck. Had fun playing it. If you can, give it a whirl. I had a decent win rate with it. I know MTGDVD had a 6-0 I saw on his thing with it. But if you could like the video, subscribe to the channel, and have a fantastic day.